advantage of once an operator tends to cook in the machine is what we do at home or what we do with a lot of our products. We know that for some products we want to cover the product for initial part of the cooking process, or start it out at a different temperature and finish it at another temperature. Well, you can do that also in our Combi, and programming would be the way to do that. So as an example here, I'll skip to the recipe book. So all I've done is I've hit the recipe book icon, and now I've got all the recipes that are stored in the machine. Now there could be 100 stored in the machine, but there can be as many as you can create on the computer, and which can be then printed out, and I'll show you examples of that here shortly. But the recipes on the machine allow you to go straight in, and let's say this is a French fry, chicken tender, baked chicken, corn dogs, whatever method, whatever product you want could be loaded in here. Let's see if I can get to a two-step process. So here's an example. Whether this is the right way to do the chicken nugget or not, it's just an example. So it's a two-step process. So phase 1 of 2 is what it's displaying on the machine right here. You probably can't see it that far away, but it's showing the first step, 425 for 5 minutes at 20% humidity. If I hit this button right here, it'll show the second step, and notice the mode change. So instead of Combi, now it's in just convection mode alone. So the last few minutes, in this case 2 minutes, I've opened up the vent and the temperature went to 425. So I'm trying to crisp up the outside of the product just slightly more. While we're talking about that, the fry baskets, obviously airflow is important for a lot of the products, but for the crisping products like a nugget, you want it to be crisp. Take advantage of the airflow baskets. You'll get 10%, maybe even more reduction in time, and a slightly crisper product when you use these versus the typical sheet pan. Also at the end of the cook cycle, which is really nice, a lot of the operators like. So you get the buzzing, you get the beeping, you get the flashing lights, but you often want to say, I'm busy, shut that thing up, be quiet, because of the noise in the kitchen. You don't need all that extra noise. So you can have the machine turn off the buzzer alert after 5 seconds, or you can have it beep constantly until they do something. But it defaults in this scenario where the flashing lights still flash, indicating that this machine is done, not 10 other machines beeping at you. You can kind of visually tell real fast with the flashing lights, as well as the display in the buzzer. Of time, let's say I wanted to use the probe, and in this case all that I've done is I've held the time icon and switched from time to probe temperature, and now I can use the probe and it cook the product using the core probe. So instead of 20 minutes is my cook time, whether the chicken sits out on the counter for an extra 10 minutes or not, you can use the probe and actually get the same consistent end result, chicken done at X temperature.